that there's a part of me that just can't wait for it to happen, but at the same time, you know that your time here, you've still got things that you want to accomplish that God has for you to do. And so I'm not in any rush for that day, but I can't wait for it to happen too.
So true. Well, speaking of things to do, oh, I want to show these. This is cute. You have, what don't you have? You have t-shirts, you have youth curriculum.
That's one of the ways that I'm still involved with youth ministry, even though I stepped away from full-time youth ministry back in 2008, because God really seemed to be growing Inherit the Mirth, building momentum, and I needed to give it a lot more time than I could just grabbing a few hours here and there throughout the week, and then running around doing games and activities and Bible studies with teenagers. So since midway through 2008, I've been doing this full-time and just having a blast, and the reception right across Canada and the U.S. has been just terrific.
Isn't that great for you?
I
Young,
knew,
creative guy.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that people would, I mean, the Christians that I really admire all have a terrific sense of humor. And yet there's a lot of people out there that still think that somehow it's mutually incompatible. You can't be a serious Christian and have a sense of humor, you know, that somehow they're, I mean, where does that come from? I don't understand that, but it is a stereotype for a lot of people on the outside. They think that, you know, that the Christians are the wet blankets in the linen closet of life, right? Why? So I have a lot of fun just sort of upending that stereotype of the serious, sober, no fun kind of Christian.
Well, here's a little bit of fun I hadn't seen until this very day. I have seen this in Christian bookstores, the pad of tear-off postcards. You know, the cartoons are, let me do one at a time.
Yeah, this is a new format that
Zondervan
is trying out. It's a collection of the cartoons, but if you want, you can tear them out and send them as postcards.
Take it off, and
on the back of each is the postcard
on the back.
Space. Yeah.
Very cool. I love that. Regular mail, a little bit in trouble. This keeps it short and sweet. No excuse not to, right? Well, let's look at this little cartoon. This rebelliousness comes from your side of the family. The baby being dedicated here has decided to avoid the sprinkling with a little tiny umbrella. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
so cute.
5 kids someday, that's what mine's going to be like, probably.
Well, Zonder Kids got excited about your creativity, and we have 2 new books for kids. What age group?
They've aimed them at 4 to 7-year-olds, at least that's what it says on the back, but I think people of almost any age would enjoy those. I threw in kind of a sense of humor that can be approached at different levels. When I wrote them, I had no idea what age group they'd be aimed at, so I just wrote them and said, all right, Zondervan, if you want to publish these, then you decide how you're going to market them. But a lot of adults really enjoy reading them too, because as I said, there's sort of different levels. They're narrated. They're both twists on Bible stories. One of them, the goat of many colors.
The goat of many colors
is a twist on the Joseph's coat of many colors story. Obviously.
How appropriate! How appropriate!
So I thought I'd have some fun with that. And then the other one is
Get Me to the Ark on Time.
Get Me to the Ark on Time. So clearly that's a twist on the Noah's Ark story. And I thought, what if the turtles really, sort of like those snails in the previous cartoon, what if they were taking forever to get to the Ark and were maybe going to miss out? How would they get on board?
Looks like we've got some great storytellers right in the opening pages of that one. Hello there, do you want to hear a great story? It's a really, really good story. I'm sure a big part of the motive, let me just flip here, because these are not cartoon pages like we are used to in the first book. It is an ongoing story.
It's a full story, yeah, and it's narrated by a flamingo and an anteater that don't get along.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So that's part of the fun. They come out, they're available for pre-order on my website, but also I think on Amazon, and they actually hit shelves the middle of July, so maybe by the time this is taped, aired, it'll be available.
That's www.inheritthemirth.com, and I'm sure Christian bookstores everywhere. I remember visiting the Christian bookstore near your hometown, and you were everywhere.
Yeah,
I
and they had.
think that's where I got
They
this.
had the books and the magnets and everything all right up at the front counter. They said, "This is, we have people just come into the store, and the first thing they do is gravitate towards all these colorful products, and they start laughing, and they said we love it." And other Christian retailers will say, "We know." Where in the store the customers are when we hear the laughter. We know they're over at the Inherit the Mirth section. So I'm just really glad that it's being embraced, and I'm just having so much fun with it. How could you not?
Has humor always been a part of your journey, Cuyler?
I grew up in a house with a lot of laughter. My father, a very funny guy. He's a minister, retired now from the United Church of Canada. A terrific sense of humor. My mother, a musical comedy actress, so you know there's a sense of humor there.
Wow.
Leanne Marshall, some of the viewers would know that name. So there was always lots of laughter in the house.
You can see the flavors. See the flavors come through. I took this off my fridge I don't think this is from your last visit. I think I bought it in that Christian bookstore in Connecticut.
I hope you bought it. You didn't just put it in your purse, did you?
No.
That's good.
God loves you. We don't want you to go out and do this. Evangelism. Oh. just a little on the edge.
That's one of my favorites.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe you're at loose ends this summer, and maybe you just need a smile today. There are a whole lot of great suggestions. And I think it's important to you've heard this reminder before, because a smile is about the simplest gift you can give away to anyone, any day. And 37 muscles to frown, 22 muscles to smile. So thanks for this one today,
Thanks,
Cuyler.
Moira.
God bless you.
It's good to be back with you again. I appreciate it.
Have a great summer.
Thank you. You too.